What is going on, you guys? Today we are going to be installing that 2018 manifold that we had ported in the last video. So basically, let's just get straight into it. What we're gonna do is pop the hood, go over the starting steps as to what we need to do to clear out the fuel line, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So let's go and do that. All right, as you can see, we already have the engine cover removed. Basically, the first step, let the engine cool down. No, but the first step is going to be disconnecting the fuel pump. To disconnect the fuel pump, we're going to go into the back seat here. If you feel underneath the seat, right in the middle, there's gonna be an opening. You could feel the opening, you could push in the plastic tab that you feel there on both sides. And the seat should, there it goes. This side, there we go. Seat should just lift up pretty simply. Now, once it lifts up, there's gonna be a fuel pump to the right there. And all you have to do is just push down and pull it out. And that is it. Now that we have that done, we're going to start the vehicle and we're going to let it run until it stalls out. So let's go and do that. And it just died on us. So let's try it one more time just to be sure. Yep, and no more fuel in the fuel line. So we no longer have fuel in our fuel line, which is good. Second step is going to be to disconnect our intake. So we got that push pin there, push that in. Same thing here, push this one in. And then for the third part, that one right there is the gray clip. For the gray clip, you're going to pull that piece up and push it outward where you see that opening there, and then pull it out. So push up and out. Beautiful. All right. Next, we could disconnect our, well, in this case, oil separator, but if you don't have an oil separator, just a PCP. Same type of clips as the one we just did right there. Beautiful. Got that set aside. The engine is still hot because I did just drive it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish getting off the intake and then let the engine cool down. Then I'll see you guys when we're about to take it off. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this guy out. Got our mass airflow sensor disconnected. Got our bolt out right there. Should be able to just pull right out now. Now that we have that out, we can start disconnecting our aspirator hoses. Just unplug your purge right there. Unplug that. Disconnect, I don't know what this is for, but just disconnect it. I'm gonna put the camera down because I can't do this with one hand. Disconnect that right there. And after that, I believe we got this last guy here. We're gonna need a flathead to get that one. For this green clip, just stick a flathead right in there. Pry that guy out, and I just lost it. Lovely. We'll grab that before we get it out. And don't forget to unplug the throttle body. Right there, pull that red pin out, push down, and the plug should come right out just like so. Let's put all that aside there. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and get to our fuel lines right there. So let's go ahead and disconnect these four. Those are four 10 millimeters. So I'm going to do that. All right, now that those four are disconnected, we can lift up our heater hoses and pull these guys out right there. That's going to be the right side. We are going to reuse that. Same thing with the left side here. Push this out the way. Take off your brake booster line, and we can now pop this guy out here. Beautiful, that's the left side. Next, we are going to move on to the brake booster. So, all the way up here at the brake booster, these two, you're gonna need two pairs of pliers probably to pull, and then squeeze them, bring it up top, and then yank this guy out forward going this way. And then we should be able to get the rest of this. Oh, and then right there, this one, same thing, two pairs of pliers, pull it up, and then you should be able to pop it off and get our brake booster hose off. All right. Alright, now that we have the brake booster line disconnected, what we are going to want to do is get to the fuel line now. So let's go ahead and remove our foam covers here. Both sides. Alright, now this piece right here, you can actually get it with your fingers. Just pop up, just like that. It'll unclip. And get a rag or something. What I like to do is I like to wrap a rag right around it there. And then just tap it a little bit with a pair of pliers, and then it'll pop right off. Let me find a rag here. We got the rag wrapped around it there. If you feel for it, you can feel where the indent is that it connects. Just give it a little tap. It should be able to come right off here. Oops, almost off. Let me put the camera down. We got it off, and there's fuel coming out. All the fuel coming out from where the manifold was. We're good there. Make sure you leave a rag right there because fuel will be leaking. Now that that is picked up, let me get some of the fuel that's spilled right here. All right, let's push this over to the side there. And let's disconnect all 4 of the injectors on each side. So we're gonna do these 4 and then the 4 over there. All right, went ahead and unplugged all the injectors there. Now we're going to have 4 10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's connecting the fuel rail to the block. So let's go ahead and disconnect those there. All right, let's grab those bolts here. Ooh, they're hot, they're hot, they're hot. Oh yeah, all right, those bolts might be hot. Those are more hot. All right, we are almost there, guys. Now, all we have to do is those 2 blue cables in the back there. Plugs, cables, I don't know what you want to call them. But right there. Just get a finger on that one, unplug it there. And another one right there. There we go. Now we are ready to take out the manifold. There's going to be 4, 1, or maybe 3. 1, 2, yep, 3 bolts on this side, 8mm, and then 1, 2, 3 8mm bolts on that side. So just go ahead and disconnect those, and then we'll be good to take it off. We have all the bolts disconnected. So all that we're gonna do now is go ahead and start lifting up the manifold here. Let's get this hose underneath it, support it a little bit. All right, now there's going to be 2 more plugs in the back. When you lift it up, I won't be able to get a camera angle on it because I'm recording with one hand and I don't have my head mount. So there's going to be 2 plugs, one at the bottom of each side, basically on opposite sides there. I find it easiest to unplug this side first, move the manifold, swing it around this way, and then get the other plug there. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, guys. We got it out. These are the 2 plugs I was talking about. One on the passenger side, one on the driver's side. I find it easiest to basically lift it up, and then it gives you access to the driver's side. So you want to stand over by the driver's side, and then just pull the red pin down on here, squeeze down on the clip and pull down, then twist it a little bit more to give you access to the passenger side, and just do the same thing. Now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna grab some zip ties. We're gonna zip tie these guys. We're going to zip tie these guys up because we have IMRC lockouts on our new manifold. So let's go ahead and do that. So what you're going to do now is basically unplug this purge. We're going to show you how to do the vacuum line on this as well. And for the fuel rail, just go ahead and swap it over. What we have here, oh gosh, man. What we have here is a BBK 90mm throttle body that's going to be going on to the Mustang, so we don't have to transfer over our stock throttle body. So if you don't have one, obviously, you know, just swap over the stock throttle body. And then other than that, if you have the pigtails, go ahead and leave your IMRCs on there. We have IMRC lockouts there, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get the fuel rail off and put it on there, and then we can go ahead and install the 18 manifold. Fuel rail in right there. Then we want to Once you get it lined up, go ahead and push it down. Should be locking into place like how it is right here. Beautiful. Now we go ahead and toss this guy in. The only thing that you have to worry about was our, hosing right there and the injectors, and then don't forget this hose right here. It was getting in the way, so we just have to move that back over onto this side here. And so let's go ahead and finish bolting it down. Go ahead and use your 8mm, but when you use your 8mm, don't use any electric tools like I am. Thread it down first by hand and use a ratchet to tighten it down, just to be sure you're not over tightening it. I don't know what the torque specs are, so you might want to go look up the torque specs. I'm going to go by feel on this one, and I already know the torque pattern, which is going to be, or maybe I don't know the torque pattern, but it's like one there, one back, something like that. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down, and then we can go ahead and finish putting everything back together. All right, now that the intake manifold is bolted down, we are going to go ahead and put in our 4 bolts for the fuel rails and then connect the injectors. So fairly simple. The 4 bolts just go right there, and then the injector plugs just right back in. It is starting to rain a little bit, if you can see how dark the sky is. So a little bit drizzle right there. We're gonna try to hurry this up real quick because we don't have a garage working right now. All right, you guys, so almost done. Let's go ahead and put back on our foam pads here and put back on our rails. If you want to, you can reconnect the passenger side rail, but do not connect the driver's side, because we still have our brake booster, and our brake booster is what goes connects to the what's it gonna call it, fuel rail as well there, or the intake manifold bolts right there. So let's go ahead and do the passenger side. We could set up the driver's side, but don't put the bolts on yet. All right, now that we have our hoses set up, we can go ahead and reconnect our fuel line. Just grab that baby. Ooh, still looking fuel there. And then push the clip down after you line it up. Perfect. And then that rubber piece that came off, just slide it all the way down. Let's go ahead and connect our PVC again, in this case our oil separator. Let's put these guys aside right there. So now we basically have all the good stuff set up for now. Let me just put these bolts on right there. That could have been bad. All right, so this is going to our intake. This hose right here got stuck underneath, so let's get that guy out. This guy right here, this hose, because that's going to connect to our purge. This plugs into our purge there. This is for our intake. And then our brake booster line, then we're gonna be done. Let me tighten down these bolts here real quick. Don't put the 2 bolts on there because we still have to connect our brake booster line. About to show you guys how to do that. All right, for our brake booster line, if you can't see, it has been taken apart before, so let me get off this electrical tape here and let's go ahead and start routing these hoses. Before we do the brake booster, actually, let's go ahead and put in our intake. I forgot about that. We installed the intake, and don't be like me. If you don't have the plugs, go out and get some. I'm on a time frame before this rain and for this guy's car, and he knows that I'm gonna go pick up some plugs for him. But in the meantime, if you really have to, use electrical tape for the mass airflow sensor, because these also aren't the right screws either, so gonna have to call JLT to get the right screws. And for one plug right there that is no longer in use, and the plug down here that is no longer in use, because this is a vacuum and that is a vacuum. So we can at least go ahead and reattach. Now this hose right here, got that hose attached there. Now we can go ahead and run the, what's it called? Hose lines there. This is a lot easier than most people make it out to be. So let me go ahead and show you guys how we're gonna do this. So first, let's take off our purge valve here. That is disconnected. Let's get this guy out of here. Haha. Now this guy, how it is going to sit, just to give you an example, it is going to sit just like this right there. This guy's going to plug in right there. This green hose is going to connect to it, and then I will show you how we're going to connect this part to there. So I am actually going to go ahead and do it, and I'm going to be pretty detailed with you guys so that we don't have to worry about messing it up. Basically, take off this aspirator, get this part, this piece completely disconnected for the rest of here, and then I'll go ahead and once I do that, I'm going to show you what else we're going to do. All right, so what we're going to do, I literally just disconnected this part from there, so it was like connected like that before. That is all we did, don't worry. What we are going to do, we are going to use this U-joint hose right here. Now I have already taken this part off before because we had another manifold installed in here. So I have mine wrapped up in electrical tape. All I'm going to do is just disconnect this from here, this is the U1, and cut the hose in half. Now, if you're going to do this, make sure it's a clean cut in case you ever have to put it back to stock. That is what I recommend. If you don't care, then just go for it. But yeah, just go ahead, give this a nice clean cut. I'm just gonna undo the electrical tape. Then we're gonna show you guys what we do after that. All right, you guys, so all I did here was this piece was right here. I removed the electrical tape and I just cut it in half. That is all we did. So let's put that piece aside because that is going to be connecting to the bottom right there. Next, let's go ahead and take this guy off of this and we're going to replace it with this piece right here. So I'm going to do that. All right, guys, so back to the brake booster. We took off this piece, which is right here. Just gonna set that aside. We're going to now replace it with this piece. The reason why we were replacing it with this piece came off of our aspirator right there. The reason why we're replacing it is because it has a clip on it. Now that clip is going to clip right onto the other manifold. So let me go ahead and connect that right now. All right, guys, we are almost done. So I took that piece that I just showed you guys off the aspirator with the clip on it, just connected it right there with one of the, I forgot what they're called, but you get it. And now all it's going to do is just clip on to right there. And then we can go ahead and attach that onto our bolts again. And then don't forget to reconnect this brake booster. We're not gonna finalize anything yet. This hose right here with the green tab on it plugs right into there. There's our power to it. One more hose left, guys, and that is going to be this to the last one. So let's go ahead and attach that. Then I'll go over everything after we attach it. So let's go ahead and do that. Just like so, we have our clip. We're going to lock it on there, and then it is going to connect right there. So I'm going to do that. All right, guys, we have that piece connected now. So let me go over this real quick. We have our brake booster line right there. Just runs up. It was connected right here to the aspirator. We switched it out with a little clip-on piece right there. That runs to the first opening, the farthest opening to the right of the manifold. Now, our second opening goes onto the bottom of our purge valve. That has the blue, what's it called? Gasket on there. Connect it as much as you can right onto there. You see the gasket sticking out a little bit. That's totally okay. If you want to put a zip tie on it or a clamp on there, you can go for it. It's a pretty tight fit for me, so I don't have to worry about it. Next is the hose that was running along here. That is going to plug right into there. It is a simple, whatchamacallit, clip-on, just like this one here, so just snap it on. That locking green tab that fell off, we ended up tossing it. You don't need that anymore unless extra security, I guess. It doesn't matter. But, so yeah, other than that, this piece right here is no longer going to be in use, and this one right here is no longer going to be in use. Like I said, don't do what I did. Just get a plug and plug it up because this is temporary, okay? So yeah, all we have to do now is connect our mass airflow sensor here, connect our last two bolts for our brake booster hose just to lock everything down there. And do not forget to connect the brake booster. That is a big thing. Make sure you do not forget that brake booster down there. So let's go ahead and just bolt those two bolts down and then connect our brake booster. load the tune, and we'll get started. Let's double check everything here now. That's good. That's good. Or, you know, everything there. Purge is good. Vacuum is good. Brake booster is plugged in. Don't forget the brake booster. Injectors all good. Fuel line, beautiful. Now what we can do here, open the car door. Do not forget to plug in the fuel pump also, or else your vehicle will be struggling to turn on. So let's hop into here and let's load this tune. Beautiful. Exit out of there. Tuning. Load tune. Automatic. JLT 18 manifold. Check that. Load it. It should take 7 minutes, I'm guessing. 3 minutes. I'll take it. Load that. I like to make sure my AC and radio is off and everything. I just don't like to pull power. And let's wait for the tune to load. I'll see you guys once the tune is loaded. All right, guys. Tune is finished loading. Moment of truth. Let's do it. We are good. We have no codes being read. No check engine light. Beautiful. All right, you guys. So we have the 18 manifold and we ported it. We did the install. So I think this car is ready to rip. I mean, I'm gonna go give it back to the owner, see how he likes it. I'm sure he's gonna notice a huge difference on it. But I mean, hey, if he notices it, he notices it. I think it's gonna be a huge improvement. So what we're gonna do now, we're going to return the vehicle to him. Hopefully we can beat traffic now, and hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this helped. If you have any questions about, what the heck was that? Anyways, if you have any questions about the vacuum lines or the hose routing or anything like that, disconnecting the manifold, anything, shoot me a message, comment, anything. If you want to get to me fastest, send me a message on Instagram. I'm on Instagram all the time. I'm always answering messages there. So shoot me a message there. If not, then shoot me a comment. I try to get back to them as fast as I can. Other than that, guys, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.